Hey, I've got a question for you. Do you want to live a happier life? Honest question. Do you want to be happier than most people? Now, I think most of us would say, yes, of course. Well, today, I can't wait to share with you one surefire way to live a happier life. But before I get to that, my name is Dahl, and I'm the lead pastor at Calvary Lutheran Church in Alexandria, Minnesota. And we would love to have you join us either online or in person. You can check us out at calvaryalec.org, on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. The question is, how do I live a happier life? Well, today I'm launching a 5-session series, but I'm going to give you the answer to that very question today, and we're going to flesh it out over the next 4 sessions. Get this, all social scientists are absolutely clear about this. It isn't a Christian thing, a faith thing, and yet I believe God wove this into us when God created us. Get this, generosity is the one thing every psychological study, every Gallup poll, every sociologist agrees leads to a happier life. Gallup polling polled 230,000 people from 136 countries and found that those who reported donating money were significantly happier than the rest of us. How much happier? I'm glad you asked that question. The size of the impact on their happiness was the same as if their annual income had doubled. Think about that for a minute. Studies have been done again and again that ask people what they think will lead to a happier life. Almost unanimously, people like you and me, we believe that if we simply had 20% more income, we would be happier. But Gallup data suggests you and I can have all the happiness we want by simply choosing to be generous. There was a professor from the University of British Columbia. Her name is Elizabeth Dunn. She studied children, and in a TED Talk, she reported that when they studied children's play, they found that toddlers, get this, toddlers showed greater markers of happiness when they gave away treats rather than when they received treats themselves. It seems, folks, that you and I, we are hardwired for generosity from birth. Generosity makes us happier. And here's my suspicion. Generosity makes us happier because it's a reminder. It's a reminder of how much we have, how blessed we are. Think about it for a minute. You can't give something away and at the same time say, hey, I don't have enough. Does that make sense? You can't make that financial gift, donate your time, your experience, your wisdom, and at the same time say, well, I don't have enough. You see, generosity reminds us of how much we have. It's a reminder that your cup overflows, that you are blessed, that you have more than enough. And when we realize that we have more than enough, that is a rare thing in our world, a world that is constantly telling you that you don't have enough, that you are not enough, that you must have the latest and the greatest, that you don't have enough money or time or intellect or whatever. Realizing you have enough, well, no wonder it's the key to happiness. And I have a hunch that that's why the Bible speaks of generosity more than any other topic. Not because the church wants your money or God wants your money. The Bible talks about generosity more than any other topic because God knows it will lead you to a happier life. And that's what God wants for you. Jesus said in Luke chapter 6, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured out into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." God knows the result of generosity is simply joy. So here's the deal. Over the next 4 sessions, I want to give you 4 ways to live a generous life. And here's what I promise you. Listen to this. You're not going to believe this. We're not going to talk about money. Not once. Put your wallet away. Minimizing generosity to what you do with your wallet, it misses the mark. Now, I think you're probably curious. At least I hope you are. So join me for the next session. Until then, I've got a couple questions for you. First, when have you stretched yourself? Giving financially or giving of your time, your experience, your wisdom beyond what you thought you could do. How did it feel? Did you regret it? Did you miss what you gave away? And secondly, do you buy it? Do you buy the notion that generosity leads to a happier life?